Hey fellow living roomers, welcome back into another episode. I'm Dan here on the Living Room Guitarist. Love to be your host. Join me anytime. Remember, it's livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Love it if you would submit something. Love it if you would just say, hey, I'd love to be on your show. I got an idea for a tune that I've been working on and could use a little assistance with. Maybe we send it around the room, or maybe you've seen either me or one of my fantastic guests we've had here who's presented a tune, and you think, you know what, here's what I did with that. And then you kind of play with it and send it back, and we celebrate your guitar journey and your playing, and we'll feature you. That's just what it's all about. Again, not about me. You know, I just want to be the host. So come on in. Let's host you here in the living room. Again, we can set up something virtually. You can come in. I'll come to you if we're accessible to each other. There's a lot of ways to do this, but it's so much fun just to pick up our fretboards and play, and let's just see what we can create together. We all have little song ideas in our heads, little bits of songs and chord progressions and riffs that just kind of, we wonder how we could flesh that out, you know, stuff that's kind of been living on the shelf for a while that you can pull out and you know, send it around the room. Your fellow living roomers can help you. We can all become more interesting players and discover things on this fretboard that maybe we didn't think to try before. Different chord shapes and scale patterns, things like that. It's nice to share ideas. You know, we all have our regular day jobs and we live in our lives and all this, but we love to play guitar, whether it's just amateur, maybe you get a gig once in a while or have done some recording, that's fantastic, but love to talk about your guitar journey and celebrate you and see what's brought you to this instrument, what keeps you here and what keeps you creating. There's so much fantastic talent just hanging out in living rooms around the country, in bedrooms, in basements, on back porches, wherever. You know, let's give it a forum here. Let's just discover you and your guitar journey and your talent, your skill, your creativity. I've got a tune here that's, again, it's unfinished business. I'd love to send it around to my fellow living roomers here and see what you can make of this. Maybe you can help me develop it further, or you know, take it into your living room, make it your own, and share it back with us. Again, it's livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. Here we go. I'm just going to start in D. And this is some variations of D, and then go back into G major, G minor a little bit here. A little tune that goes back, probably a good 12, 13 years now. I don't know what to call that. Again, it's just some pieces of things, and who knows what it could become on your fretboard in your living room as you hang out and kind of mess with it. I'll talk through it a little bit. It's, again, variations on Ds. I think it's got some, you know, kind of pretty little combinations that I'll bet that can become something. So again, we just started in a standard D chord, position 2 here. Just nice open ringing chords, most of this. All we're doing is adding that G at the bottom, this high G note here, 3rd fret. So just play the D with that extra G there, and then let that G go, and so the open E rings. Oh, excuse me, the F sharp. And you can do it once or twice, or make it a verse or an intro. It doesn't really matter. This. Coming down here to the 5th fret, which is a different variation of a D, different kind of different voicing of it. So 5th fret, 2nd and 3rd string down, and then that high A at the bottom, and that's it. Just play it all open from the D down to the A. That's a really pretty ringing chord, isn't it? Come back to a G minor. If you think of just a standard bar chord, G minor here on the 3rd fret, all we're doing is opening up and just playing those bottom 4 strings. So 3rd fret on the bottom 3 strings, 5th fret, 3rd string down, come back to that D with that little G at the bottom. As many times as you want, or different kind of rhythm patterns. Maybe you can kind of pick the meter you want. But what I do eventually is I come back here to this different variation of, again, different voicings of Ds. So I've got that open D, and then so 4th string down, 2nd fret, 5th string down, 2nd fret, and I'm just going to hammer on and off that 2nd string up on that 3rd fret twice or 3 times. Then just come to an open G up here, just those first 2 notes, like you're going to do a G chord. You're just going to play those top 5 strings just with these 2 notes here. That's a nice little transition. So G major, and then we could do it again and go to a G minor. Or you can do it kind of cheaply with the G major here, these bottom 2 strings, right? Sounds good to you. I leave it up to your creativity. Just have fun with it. But I just like how that kind of rolls out and kind of mixes together. Again, plenty of choices here. I just messed with different voicings of D's and A's. So I'm coming back here, 5th fret, 1st string, and 2nd string up here, and sliding it back a step, and then to an A bar chord. So it works as kind of a turnaround there. So you can do that. Everything just plays off that D, and you just come down here to this other kind of a different voicing of a D with just adding that A, a high A, G minor. Yeah, so again, I'll let you just kind of work with that. If you can kind of create something before or after it, develop it further, have fun with it, just enjoy it in your living room. Again, it's kind of a pretty combination. At the end, I just walked it up here, so from an F, I think, so D, F, so F, G, so, and then back to this D, so that might serve as an ending at some point, I don't know, but just you see where you can go with this too. It's just fun to just hang out in the living room and play guitar. Again, we don't really have any agenda here other than just to enjoy the creative process and just see how you express yourself on the fretboard. It's a lot of fun to see what's possible here. All right, so join us anytime. It's livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Love to feature you right here on the show and see what it is that you create in your living room. All right, we'll see you next time. Living Room Guitarist.